Hiya folks, JD here, and today we're going to be taking up the U drone again, the Utoghter, and see exactly what this is like again. So it's been, I'm pretty sure you're going to be seeing this one after each other, but for me it's been about 3 weeks since I've flown this. And I wanted to take it back up. I wanted to see exactly at which point we lose Wi-Fi signal. So I'm not using any repeaters, I'm not using anything at all. It's just purely going to be the drone, the transmitter and myself, obviously as well as the smartphone with the app running to see exactly how far I take it out. Do I lose Wi-Fi signal? Now I haven't made any changes to this whatsoever other than just to pull down the Wi-Fi antenna ever so slightly, just so that there is a lot more showing underneath than there was before. So I'm hoping that at least I can pinpoint at exactly what point this particular Wi-Fi signal gets lost. So with that folks, please join me. Right, okay, so first port of call, let's plug in this drone and let's try and see whether we can get this cap to fit on. I like this idea, I do, of having the battery protruding out the back slightly. I know it doesn't look very nice, but it's easier for people with big hands. Okay, so let's turn it on. What do we got? Right under there. Okay, so click. Lovely, that is on. Give it a couple of seconds. Transmitter's on, one up and one down to bind. Now let's see whether we attach to the Wi-Fi. Yes we are. Now, for the life of me, I've got so many apps on here. I think it was Wi-Fi Go. I think. Let's use remote controller control, which should give us... No, that wasn't. That was for the eSheen. So this is how this is going to go then. Just so many apps. And HDFPV. Play. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Right. So that's fine. So what I'm going to do, as usual, I'm going to record my screen as well as actually recording what I see using the inbuilt recorder as well. So with this folks, let's alter those gyros. If I can remember, I'm going to move my hands away for the second because I can't exactly remember which way it was. Wasn't that way. I'm sure I had it because the LEDs flashed for a couple of seconds. Yes, there we go. Both inward together. Right, so with that folks, let's take her up. Alright, we're up, and as you can see now, the frame that I have is the frame of when it was on the floor. In fact, the video has stopped recording. So yeah, that's, there we go, it's not even moving at all. So what I'm going to do is, because there's sometimes low-lying interference, or interference rather, from low-lying aircraft, there's nothing, look, nothing at all. So I'm just going to, let me see, pop her into, what the hell? Oh, there we go, I've actually got video. I've actually got video. Okay, now I got video, let's keep turning her for a sec. Oh, I've lost video. I've totally lost video. Right, okay. Now what I'm trying to do... There we go. Right. Fine. Just using a little bit of trim there just to move her around slightly. That's a bit better. She feels a lot better now. Right, put it into speed mode 2, back into speed mode 2, let's take her up a little bit. Now, I still have the same frame, but what I appreciate about this quad is I appreciate its flight. I do. Speed mode 1, not good. Speed mode 2, very good. The way that it moves and it banks, I like. Very good. See? The way that it still cuts through the air, again, I like it. It's very, very good. And I think that's about it. I like the battery compartment in the back. I don't like the fact that there is absolutely no Wi-Fi signal whatsoever. Now it could just be this particular drone, I am aware of that, and there's every possibility that this drone's just a dud. I was going to be taking this up using the app as well, but obviously with the Wi-Fi signal being as absolutely terrible as it is, then I'm not even going to chance that, because if it disconnects as it's starting to fly, I don't think this is going to return to home, and I do think this is going to fly away. So that being said, I'm not even going to chance it, but I do have, now and again when I move it over myself, I do have a slight change of frame. So I am picking up something totally different. Now look at it, I mean, watch it now. As I move it around and bank it, it's really nice. Connect the controls relay very, very nicely. If you didn't want to bank it, if you just wanted to use your... Ooh, I actually lost control of it then. Right, that's not good. Quite literally, as I went to move her to use right hand yaw, she just kept on flying straight. Right, okay. Well now, funnily enough, now that I had lost connection, I now have a full Wi-Fi connection again. Okay. Well, as you saw the other day, I flew this for about 20 minutes. The battery life did hold out. There we go. Now I've got... Oh, now I've lost signal again. Right. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna take it steady with this for a little minute. I've lost connection again, locked onto a frame, connection over time, which I think it's this app's way of saying lost connection. And I'm going to just fly around a little bit. Oh, I lost it again. She just right. Okay, I'm not liking this. When I flew her before, everything else was great. The controls were great, she felt good, everything worked without a problem. And look at her, you know, she is, for all intents and purposes, working really well. But also, there is that thing where if I move one of the analog sticks, I expect the controls to be relayed. I really do, and I expect them to be relayed well. And even the cheapest, even the worst drones I've ever flown that I have said are really bad, the controls are relayed without any issues. And this one, I think, is struggling a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that a day, folks, and I'm going to bring it down. I'm not liking the way that I've lost control of this twice, even though, don't get me wrong, when I did lose control, it shot forward, it didn't right-hand yaw, and then it stopped. And then I had control of it again. So it's not as if it carried on going for ages and ages and ages, but because I have lost control twice, there's a possibility it might carry on for ages and ages and ages, and I don't like that. So I'm going to bring her down, and I'm going to land her, because I'm really not happy with anything. If my controls aren't being relayed, I don't consider it safe, and therefore I will bring it down. Which is a shame, because I was in the middle of saying that this flies really well until that happened. But honestly, folks, yeah, what attracted me to this was the fact that it was extremely cheap, and on a page of 12 that I was looking at, it stood out as being quite nicely built, looked really nice, a really small sort of phantom looking quadcopter, but also at the same time I like this little battery thing at the back here. I think more manufacturers should do that. Okay, it looks a bit unsightly, but it's really easy to pop the battery in and connect it all up. But yeah, what I would say, folks, is based on the fact that Wi-Fi breaks up, and look at that, I've turned the quadcopter off. Normally now the screen should go blank, or it should go back to the little aircraft, you know, the airport, but no, it's just locked in place there. And I would say, if you were thinking of getting a cheap drone just to fly around a field exactly like this, then look at something else. Don't look at this one. There we are, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.